Hi Whovians, Harry here, and I am back. Now, sorry for the lack of uploads recently, but I have been away working, but now I am back. And this video is going to go over, could Rose, Martha and the 12th Doctor be returning for the Doctor Who 60th anniversary specials? But before I get into that, don't forget to subscribe, also leave a like and comment down below, and let's get into the video. Now, I bring up these three characters because recently Doctor Who released a trailer for series 1 to 4 as they are dropping a Blu-ray release of Doctor Who series 1 to 4 and they are including some new little never before seen extras from like behind the scenes and like TARDISodes, like little minisodes that we used to have that have of course never been seen before. But I bring up these three characters because they are featured heavily in this Series 4 trailer. So I'm going to be breaking down everything in this trailer and then going over why I think these three characters could be returning for the 60th anniversary special. So let's get in to the trailer.
The first 19 years of my life, nothing happened. Nothing at all. Not ever. And then I met a man called the Doctor.
Rob!
You're an alien.
Yeah.
A man who could change his face.
New teeth. That's weird.
And he took me away from home in his magical machine.
So the trailer starts with the opening scene of Rose, and this is Rose saying, the first 19 years of my life, nothing happened. Nothing at all. Not ever. And then I met a man called the Doctor. And this is Rose's speech in the Army of Ghosts, what she opened with when describing her life and her travels with the Doctor. And then, of course, how it ended up. And the scene that we see is Rose going to her job at, of course, in the opening of the episode, Rose. It's getting very confusing when I say Rose the character and Rose the episode. But I'll try and distinguish them for you. And then we see Donna at her job at H.C. Clements, and this is from when she was explaining where she worked to the 10th Doctor in The Runaway Bride when the Doctor asked her what her job was. And keeping in line with that, we see Martha go into her job in the opening of Smith and Jones. And we see the 9th Doctor rescuing Rose in the episode Rose. And then we stick with the 9th Doctor going into his TARDIS in The Aliens of London. And of course, speaking of aliens, Donna asks the 10th Doctor, "You're an alien?" To which he replies, "Yeah." And then we see the 10th Doctor again starting his regeneration in The End of Time Part 2. And then Rose carries on with her speech from Army of Ghosts when she says, "A man that could change his face." And we see the 9th Doctor with the heart of the TARDIS in him in the episode The Parting of the Ways, causing him to regenerate. And sticking with his regeneration, the 10th Doctor mentions his new teeth straight after regenerating from the 9th Doctor, and the 14th Doctor also mentioned his teeth after regenerating from the 13th Doctor, because again he's David Tennant, and David Tennant played both the 10th and the 14th Doctor. Rose then continues with, "And he took me away from my home in his magical machine." Of course, this is from Army of Ghosts again. And then we see the 10th Doctor parting ways with Donna at the end of The Runaway Bride. Now let's move in to the next part of the trailer.
Time and relative dimension in space.
It's bigger on the inside.
Is it? I noticed. Now you go with him. The wonderful Doctor. Go and see the stars.
So where are we going?
Further than we've ever gone before.
So, we then see Rose entering the TARDIS for the first time in the episode Rose. And then we get Martha entering the TARDIS for the first time in the episode Smith and Jones, saying it's bigger on the inside, which is, of course, what basically every companion says when they first enter the TARDIS. And the 10th Doctor, of course, knowing this, sassily responds, "It is? Hadn't noticed." And it's just great to see their different reactions. And then we get a quick shot of Rose's first time in the TARDIS again in the episode Rose. and then the 10th Doctor in the TARDIS in his first full episode, New Earth. And then finally we move on to the other companions, of course Wilf saying to Donna for her to keep travelling with the 10th Doctor, and this is from the episode The Poison Sky. And then we see the 10th Doctor and Rose travelling together for the first time since his regeneration, that of course we saw on screen, in the episode New Earth. But let's move in to the next bit of the trailer. So we see the Slovenes spaceship fake crashing into Big Ben in the Aliens of London. And then we see even more aliens with the Daleks' extermination and destruction of the Valiant in the episode The Stolen Earth. We then see Martha seeing the TARDIS vanish and then reappear in Smith and Jones when the Doctor was demonstrating to Martha that the TARDIS could travel through time. And then we see the Cybermen crashing the parallel world Jackie Tyler's birthday party, of course, from the episode Age of Steel. And then we see the 10th Doctor crashing through a glass roof to confront the Time Lords that have broken from the Time War in the End of Time Part 2. And then we see normal world Jackie Tyler screaming after being cornered by Autons in the episode Rose. And then we see Donna's first time in the TARDIS in the episode The Runaway Bride. And of course, Donna's reaction is different to Rose's, which is different to Martha's, which is different to Donna's. And even though they all have a similar reaction, they are all different and unique in their own way when they enter the TARDIS. And then we see Martha's apartment exploding due to the Master in the episode The Sound of Drums. We then see the 10th Doctor possessed by the Living Sun in the episode 42. And we see Rose asking the 9th Doctor if his adventures are always this dangerous when she's deciding whether she wants to go with him or not, of course, in the episode Rose. And then we move on to the Ood using the mysterious power of Red Eye to see through time, which has been changing in the episode The End of Time Part 1. And then we see the Autons breaking out of the shops they're in to go on their killing spree in the episode Rose. And then we see Donna screaming whilst being transported to the TARDIS from when she was walking down the aisle in the episode The Runaway Bride. And then we see the Dalek Emperor from the Parting of the Ways, of course, kind of like on a similar level to Davros, but rather than being the creator of the Daleks, he is, of course, the Emperor, giving him his name. And then we see the 10th Doctor running about his TARDIS. And now let's move into the next bit of the trailer. So first we see text of timeless adventure, and over this the Master can be heard saying, "Here come the drums," from of course the episode The Sound of the Drums, as well as his laugh, which is from the episode The End of Time Part 1. And then we get a quick shot of the Titanic being hit by meteors in Voyage of the Damned, which really led to the main plot of that episode. And then we get more text of "Remember Forever," and over that Donna can be heard saying "Doctor," followed by the 10th Doctor saying "Donna," and of course they seem to be, calling and screaming out for each other, of course something serious happening. And this leads into the creation of the Meta-Crisis Doctor and the Doctor Donna. Both of those from Journey's End, which was the Meta-Crisis Doctor, was created by the 10th Doctor's regeneration into the 10th Doctor, and Donna touching the 10th Doctor's spare hand, which created the Meta-Crisis Doctor, and also fed back into Donna, creating the Doctor Donna. And also from that two-parter, we get a scene of the 10th Doctor and Donna reacting to the Earth having been moved. Of course, in the first episode of that two-parter, The Stolen Earth. And then the 10th Doctor explains to Wilf that if she, of course being Donna, ever remembers me, of course being the Doctor, her mind will burn and she will die. And that is from The End of Time Part 1. But I do just want to point out that he said a similar thing to someone we don't know. I speculated that it was Yasmin Finney's Rose. He says that in one of the 60th anniversary specials. And then sticking with Donna, we see her in The Fires of Pompeii when pleading with the 10th Doctor to save someone from the Mount Vesuvius eruption. But let's move in to the next bit of the trailer.
Run for your life!
So next up we see the 10th Doctor regenerating in The End of Time Part 2, and now from the last scene of the 10th Doctor to one of the 9th Doctor's first scenes, him telling Rose, run for your life, of course in the episode Rose. And then we go to the Doctor and Rose again, but this time it is the 10th Doctor and actually Cassandra who has taken over Rose's body, and they are going to cure the new humans in the episode New Earth. And then from one Time Lord to another, we see the Jacobi Master killing his assistant Chamvo in the episode Utopia. And then that leads into another death, being Linda, with a Y, dying due to the Daleks in the episode The Parting of the Ways. And then we see Martha calling to the 10th Doctor for help as a possessed Ashton jettisons the escape pod that her and Riley were hiding in the episode 42, and she's of course calling out to the 10th Doctor for him to stop the jettison. And then we get a quick shot of an Auton killing Clive in the episode Rose. Now, of course, Clive was one of those people who was looking for pictures of the 9th Doctor all throughout history and had set up a website, and Rose had gone to meet him earlier in the episode. And then we see the defense mechanism in Donna being activated because of the master race in the episode The End of Time Part 2, of course, when every human turned into the master, apart from Donna, because she had this, she still had the Dr. Donna in her, and I don't know, of course, if she had a bit of Time Lord in her, it would affect the master just being able to turn all humans into a version of himself. But let's move into the next bit of the trailer. So next up we see a quick shot of the Titanic burning up on re-entry in the episode The Voyage of the Damned, when the episode is coming to its climax. And next up we see Margaret the Slovene revealing her Slovene form as her and her brothers are about to kill the General and possess his body in the episode Aliens of London. And then we see Rose absorbing the heart of the TARDIS in the episode The Parting of the Ways, after knowing to do this, after Margaret the Slovene accidentally opened up the TARDIS, revealing the heart of the TARDIS in the episode Boomtown. And then we get a lot of quick shots, and they are quick. As first up, we see a Cyberman, which I think is from the episode Doomsday. We then see the Empress of Arachnos in the episode The Runaway Bride. We then see Davros laughing in the episode Journey's End, just before him and the Daleks try to detonate the reality bomb. We then see Rose crying after being trapped on a parallel world, of course being split up from the 10th Doctor in the episode Doomsday. We then see the TARDIS flying down a motorway in the episode The Runaway Bride, when the 10th Doctor was trying to save Donna from a robot Sant that had kidnapped her. And then we see Jack being revived by Heart of the TARDIS Rose in the episode The Parting of the Ways, when she wanted to give life to humans, of course being the one human she knew, Jack. And then we see a cat nun nurse threatening Cassandra, who had possessed Rose's body in the episode New Earth. And then we see the 10th Doctor watching the Rachnos drown in the episode The Runaway Bride, just before Donna convinces him that him and Donna need to leave before they get drowned too. K9 is then seen fighting Krillitanes in the episode School Reunion, and then we see Martha crying after hearing the Master order the Toclophane to kill a third of the world's population. And sticking with the Master killing, we then see him kill 2 homeless men in the episode The End of Time Part 1, and then we see the 10th Doctor fall into the abyss in the episode The Satan Pit. And throughout these quick shots, the face of Bo can be heard saying, "You are not alone." And this is his warning to the 10th Doctor in the episode Gridlock about the Master returning in the episode Utopia, and it cements the theory that Captain Jack Harkness was the face of Bo, which was actually confirmed in the episode The Last of the Time Lords, which followed on from Utopia and The Sound of Drums. And then, for the first time in this trailer, we hear audio from the Doctor Who 60th anniversary trailer. And it is Donna saying,
Sometimes I think there's something missing. Like I had something lovely. And it's gone.
And that audio is played over a shot of the 10th Doctor and Rose discussing where they're going next in the episode The Christmas Invasion. And then we see Martha hugging the 10th Doctor in the episode 42, and the 10th Doctor and Donna waving from within the TARDIS to Wolf in the episode Partners in Crime. But let's move in to the final part of the trailer.
Come with me.
And the trailer ends with the 10th Doctor saving Caecilius and his family after Donna pleaded with him to save someone. And the 12th Doctor, of course, later assumed Caecilius' face as a reminder to save people. And the trailer closes with the 10th Doctor saying, "Come with me," which is what he said to Caecilius, but it's also a subtle nod by the Doctor Who marketing team to be like, "Come with us, buy this Blu-ray." But that marks the end of this trailer, and as I said, I think this could mark a return of Rose returning, because Rose was such a pivotal part in the revival of Doctor Who. Of course, she was the companion for series 1 and 2, she was mentioned loads in series 3, and she made a couple of returns in series 4, and yes, she's trapped in a parallel world, but she made a lot of returns in series 4 that I was like, is there any point in her really being trapped in a parallel world? Because she's made so many returns that it was like she wasn't even trapped in a parallel world. And also, I think Martha could return because, of course, Martha is featured many times throughout this trailer, and she is the one companion that just left the Doctor, so she is the easiest companion of the 10th Doctor to actually bring back. A lot easier than Donna, and we know 100% we are getting Donna in the 60th anniversary specials. And I also think we could be getting the 12th Doctor, because yes, Peter Capaldi has said many times that he doesn't want to do the 60th anniversary because he doesn't really like multi-Doctor stories, but this has a heavy emphasis, this trailer has a heavy emphasis on the fires of Pompeii. And the fires of Pompeii directly inspired the 12th Doctor assuming the face of Caecilius, who was the man the 10th Doctor saved in, of course, the episode The Fires of Pompeii. And the 12th Doctor, it was one of his key character traits to save people as soon as he remembered that Caecilius' face was a reminder to himself to save people. But that is just my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below if you think Rose, Martha and the 12th Doctor are returning in the Doctor Who 60th specials or not. And also, if you like this episode, don't forget to leave a like, also subscribe and share it out. And I will see you in the next one.